Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa, and today I have a guest with me, my fellow YouTuber and little cousin, Melissa Myrie.
Hey, that sounds really funny, little cousin.
Well, I just want to make it clear to everybody, I am older. I am
Yes, you
older.
are.
So Melissa, tell us a little bit about your channel.
So my channel is I'm going to call it a lifestyle channel. I talk about my crazy life as a mom. I talk about my librarian duties. I talk about my journey to hopefully becoming fit one day. There's a lot of things happening over there. Yeah.
Okay, great. So what I want to chat today about is some of the things that we talk about when we're on our phone calls, FaceTime, whatever. We live in different states. Um, and sometimes when we're talking, only like I say to you, we are YouTubers. We need to just bring this conversation out there and share it with the world.
Yes.
It falls into the content that I share here on my channel. So we're going to talk a little bit about or delve more into some of the things that we talk about and see if we can come up with some plans on, what we can do. And I am not a financial advisor. Like I said, this is just conversations that I have with my cousin. And, you know, we're going to put our heads together and make a plan to do better for ourselves as well as for our daughters.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about something that you say to me regularly is that, I work part time, I don't have much money, like, as though I'm not ready for this. And what kind of feeling do you get from me when you say these things?
So you are very frustrated with me because you really want me to know that even though I work part time, that doesn't mean I can't make my money grow in the same way as I could if I was working full time or making millions of dollars every day at some job. Like I work for the government. I'm a government employee. I work for our state. And I mean, to be clear, I'm an educator. Everybody knows educators don't make lots and lots of money. We don't do it for the money. We do it because we want to do it. We'd love to do it. And so you're always talking to me, or you're talking about investing in this, or learning about another product, or all these things. And I'm always lost because I feel like, well, my joke is I make $10. I don't make $10, but I say it like I make $10 a day. I make more than that, but that's what it feels like. And you basically have said, well, it doesn't matter. You can make the $10 grow.
Well, what I'm trying to express to you and hopefully someone else that's watching is don't just wait to say, when I earn more, I'll do this and I'll do that. What you earn today, let's make a plan based on that. And what percentage of what you earn today are you interested, willing, able to commit to investing for yourself, investing for your daughter, putting into savings? Do you need additional money in your emergency fund? Like, let's work off of what we have. And because who knows, I don't know if there's going to be a change to your employment, if you're going to do different hours, if you're expecting to go to a different job, a different district, or something that's going
Mhm.
to change your earnings. But let's not wait for that. Let's make a plan based on what you're earning now.
Yes. We
And
are going to use
even
what we have.
yes, and even if it is $10,
Yes.
let's work with the $10.
Work with the $10. No, I believe you. I watch you. I believe you. I know it's possible. I did not think it was. You have made me understand that it's doable.
Yeah. And then once we do the $10, maybe we can find somewhere to cut something, something out of the budget. And maybe in a few months, you'll say, okay, we can move up to a higher amount.
Yes.
Maybe.
We can move up and say $20. Look at that.
Okay. All right. So that is one thing that we often talk about. And I don't mean to be frustrated with you, but I'm okay with working with you to invest $10 a week for our daughters or to do whatever the amount is. I feel like it's in the right direction, but I don't want to continue just to keep waiting and say, oh, when this happens, who knows when that's going to happen. But what we can get accomplished in the time frame, if next year you wind up going full time or something changes drastically, we didn't let this whole year pass and do nothing waiting for that future. We're going to work off of what we're earning now.
You
So
told me,
do
you
you
asked me, I think you asked me if I go to Starbucks or something. And you just were basically like, well, there's money that's could be used for investing. Like you just made it sound easy. You made it sound so much easier than I'm making it sound in my own head.
yeah. And I mean, I don't know how often you do that, like, go to lunch and go to coffee. And I'm in the house a lot. I work from home a few days a week. And, so I don't really have I'm not on the road buying Chipotle for lunch and Dunkin' Donuts in the morning. And so it makes it easier. I know you work, because you're in the school system, you have to leave the house more. So how much do you spend on things like that? Do you feel like you can cut money there and do some
Yes.
meal prepping and be better prepared?
Yes,
Yes.
100%. I was last year able to, so okay, I've been in the school system working for about 5 years now. My first year, I would say I ate lunch. I would buy my lunch 4 out of the 5 days of the week.
Okay.
And last year, the school year just ended. I now probably only buy my lunch once a week, if that.
Okay. Well, summertime is here, so there won't be any more of that for a little bit. But this is something we're probably gonna have to come back and do another episode because I feel like most of the things we're gonna talk about here are things we need to come back to. So this has been point number one here is we need to come up with a plan based on what you are currently earning, what is your budget, what out of your budget are you willing to allocate towards the things that we're here to talk about?
Yeah.
Saving, investing for yourself, investing for little cousin, your daughter, and what is the plan there? And we need to come up with a dollar amount and we need to get it going. All right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to be coming back to this because I know you don't have the answers for me right now. And we need to set up some accounts and, we might need to do some more things on the back end.
Yes.
And so for you
Mhm.
said you have some money that you need to get put into a better on a better path of saving for her for the future.
Mhm.
So I was thinking we were gonna either decide on you said she has an account, you're not sure what type of account, but I was thinking we were either going to be talking about setting up a 529 plan.
Okay. For the people who don't know, what is a 529?
A 529 is a savings account that has tax advantages that you set up for a minor. You can set this up as soon for an infant. If they have a social security number, you can make strides to set up accounts for like this. I have a separate video going in depth into the 529 plan, a UPMA account, a custodial Roth IRA. But a 529 plan is a savings account that is for educational expenses for a child. So this money has to be used for college,
Yeah.
tuition, room and board. That's it.
So good news is yes, we do have a 529 for our little special person. And we have another account that's just a boring old at the bank savings account. That's the one that I want to put somewhere else.
Okay. So we can talk about moving that to or creating if you don't already have a UPMA account for her, or we can talk about maybe a CD, a high yield savings account to get it out of your local bank. What is the interest rate that you're getting at your bank? Do you happen to know offhand?
I don't know offhand. And you made me find out, and I wrote it down, but I didn't bring it today. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You
All
were
right.
not impressed.
I was not impressed. Right now, I feel like if you have savings sitting in an account, if it doesn't start with 4 point something, you're losing out. You're losing out
It
because
definitely did not. There was no 4.
it was probably 0.0 something something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason for that. Even if it's not a huge amount of money, even if we're talking about $2,000, $3,000, you know, better to be on a track where we're making $20 here and there, not 2 cents.
Right.
And putting your money in a better into a high yield savings account can make that difference. But
Telling you sounds like you're saying she deserves better. These 0 point anything is a waste.
it is a waste. It is a waste.
Mm.
It's great for the bank to have our money and have our money sitting in there and having us. But we're losing out. They're
But
doing.
what about all these banks and the banks are failing and the people's investments are going to nowhere? Shouldn't I be scared?
I'm not encouraging you or anyone else to go to a bank that is not FDIC insured.
Hmm.
And most likely the it's insured at 250K. And
Right.
I don't have any single account that has that dollar amount in there. So I feel comfortable using these accounts. I feel that they are safe. You have to do your research and, go and make it a relationship with an insured bank, whether it is Discover or SoFi or Wealthfront. These might not be names that you've heard of for having an account. You might be used to hearing more Bank of America or Chase. But there are better options out there that are insured that you can be getting much higher rates, especially right now with the economy the way that it is. My rate has gone up every single month since I've been, being more observant and tracking these things since December, especially. Every single month it has gone up. I know, for example, Discover is currently at 4.0. SoFi is at 4.3. Wealthfront is at 4.55. Some of these accounts do. I happen to use Discover right now. It was working well for me, and I had a relationship with them already. And it doesn't call for direct deposit or minimum balances and stuff like that. So there are lots of different accounts out there that we can look into to see what works well for you. But
Right.
if there are better interest rates, I'm sure, than what you're currently getting. All
I'm
right,
certain you are right.
this is okay. So working on the budget, number one. Number two, deciding what kind of account we are going to open up as an additional account for, and perhaps evaluating how much money is being added into the 529. Are we, is that on track? Because maybe we don't even need to open something new. Maybe we just need to evaluate the budget and make sure that there is a steady reoccurring investment or
Into the money.
deposit going to the 529,
Okay.
to
I
continue
mean,
to build on it. Because I think sometimes we set things and like we don't remember. Sometimes we need to make the calls, take the time to call and check on the interest rates and to check on, oh, is that reoccurring investment? Sometimes you might set up something that might expire. Is it, like you might say, oh, put $50 a month and it has an end date on it or something like that. But or you have $50 a month, but really when you really evaluate your budget, it could be moved to $75 a month. So I think we need to just take the time for you
mhm.
to go through these things, and then we can come back and really put the plan into action.
Well,
So
I made a mental note because you keep saying relationship and you're talking about the relationships you have with all the different banks that you work with, right? Or, these places that you're investing with. And you keep saying relationship. And I feel like something I am absolutely lacking is relationships with these places. Like I do transactions. I am not spending time talking to them regularly. And it sounds like that's an important part of the process for you. Is that true?
I guess so. And especially not just for myself, but for my daughter. Once, it takes a little bit of extra steps in order to set up the custodial account. And, I got to bring in her social security number and dig all that stuff out. That's what I think I mean when I say build a relationship. Now, I've done that with Fidelity. So I have a custodial account relationship. They know her information. They know my information. Same thing with our local bank. They have her information. So when I want to build upon that and make another account, it's quicker,
Right. Right.
because the information is there. I call it Fidelity. It's like I have voice. They can verify me by my
Oh,
voice.
yeah.
And they have my information, and boom, I'm driving the car and I can call them up and kind of make strides to quickly get to
Mhm.
what I need. So I guess that's why I use that term. But you know, and also as you use different apps and different you kind of get to know how it is, and it gets easier to use because you're using it on a regular basis. So
Yeah.
I guess that's why I use those phrases. But um, yeah, I think you need to find the time to build and get all of your information, get your daughter's information in there, and make things easier. And but I think this talk today is just kind of a getting started, because I don't think we really have the info to make the moves, and we need to probably maybe make some new accounts or evaluate what's going into the accounts.
Yes. I think the absolute first step is I need to evaluate. Like you said, I need to look at what's already there, make decisions about it. Maybe some things have to be moved elsewhere and shut down. But I think the absolute first step, because of what you're saying to me, is going to be evaluating everything that's current.
Mhm.
Evaluate and make decisions about, is it working for me or not working for me. If it's not working for me, it's like you said, if it doesn't have a 4 in front, then it's silly and a waste of resource, right?
What do you mean, right? Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, that's what I'm asking. You're
I
saying
feel
if
like
there's
you're
not a
leaving.
4, it's a waste.
I
It's a
feel like
waste.
you're leaving money on the table.
I don't want to do that.
You're leaving free money on the table.
Yeah, I don't want to do that
Okay. All right.
anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I have, I like right now that I have two institutions that I do most things with. I have a credit union, I have a bank. And to be clear, I really hate my bank.
And you know what? I doubt that we're going to want to stay with either one of them, because yes, don't listen, you have to do what you think is right for you. But I mean, I use my local bank. I'm going to have my checking account there, but I'm keeping a minimal amount of money there. Yes, I need money for my expenses. I pay I'm going to be paying the mortgage
Yeah.
and the utilities and the car insurance. But other than that, I'm not trying to have the money sitting there because the interest rates are horrible.
Okay. But for like you're saying, for I go to work, I get paid, it's direct deposit. I've had a
Yes.
relationship with this bank for probably 40, like 30 years.
Okay, I have too. I have had a relationship with my local bank going back to, when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
Yes, when I call them up and I have an issue, it's like, thank you for being a whatever for however many, whatever obscene amount of
Yes.
years. Yes, I have that too. But okay, once we do what we have to do,
Mm-hmm.
as far as, like I said, paying the mortgage and the this and the that, the regular reoccurring bills, that money has to come out of that bank
Whew.
and go to the investment account or go to the high yield savings account. It can't sit there. I only need money there.
To do those things,
Yes.
do the
No,
things to
I'm
make
not.
the house run, to make
Yes.
everything work.
Yes. I'm not having my emergency, my the car broke down, my 3 to 6 month emergency fund or whatever it is that you and your husband have. I'm not having it sitting there
They
because
don't deserve it
they
because
don't.
they're not working for us.
They
I
don't.
need the place that works for us.
Yes, and like I said, we're definitely going to put it in another place that is insured and as safe as our local bank. I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything that, as I already touched on earlier. So Are these huge changes? Are we going to be able to get through this?
Yes. No, we are. I just need you to hold my hand. That's why cousins are wonderful. And I mean, I've explained on my own channel another time that I, my husband and I, the way we kind of, what's the best way to explain it? He manages most of the finances in our house, and I am okay with that. I am aware of what's going on. He consults me. We talk about it. We do all these things. But like I said, I have this job that I love, and but he takes the lion's share, and I'm. This is that is our situation.
Okay.
Um, but I want to do more productive things with my $10, and you're telling
Okay.
me that it's possible.
And okay, and what you just expressed to me, there, that's great. I don't see anything wrong with that. But is he funding a retirement account for you?
No.
Okay, so that's the kind of thing that I want us to focus on.
Right.
I think that is awesome if you have your money, you work outside of the home, part-time or not. You work outside of the home. I want you to make a decision and a plan for your money. You need to have a retirement account for
Yes.
yourself. Do you
Yes.
agree?
Yes.
Okay, so you work in the education, so it's a 403B for
Yes.
you.
Yes.
They, they do not match, but you're a part-time employee, but they have you are offered this.
Yes. I am
Yes.
offered it, and I take advantage. I used to work in nonprofits,
Mhm.
and that's where I started my retirement account, and then I've continued to contribute that way.
Okay. And then as far as your daughter, are you interested in taking some of your earnings to use for investment and educational if I
Yes.
do that for okay.
100%. 100%.
So all right. So these are the things I want you to I think you really need to sit down and take a look at the budget.
Okay.
And then I think you need to take a look at what is already in place and what are the interest rates and the where are you at with what you currently have, and then we can come up with a definite plan on what we can add to make improvements.
Okay.
Are you contributing enough to the 403B, or can we maybe increase the percentage there?
I probably could.
Okay. But I'm not trying to put you on the spot, and you don't have to share what you don't want to share. But
Yeah.
sometimes you're not even in tune with what percentage are you contributing.
It's very.
So
It's much lower than it should be.
okay, so maybe we won't even be getting into investing outside of that until we can get to the point where you feel like you're maxing that out. Are you in a good plan that is a age targeted plan for you? And with that goal, if you aren't in the age, if you are in an age targeted plan, are you on track, or do we really need to get that percentage that you're contributing up significantly? So
Mm.
there's a lot. I think this chat right here, I think is just all homework for
I
you.
know it is. I have already like 5 things on this list to do.
Okay. Okay. But I definitely want to come back and talk to you again in the future and show the audience, show the viewers what strides we've made with this,
I'm
because
good with that.
it can't just be we're having these conversations over FaceTime and like I said,
No movement.
yes,
We need
yes,
movement.
yes.
No, you're right. And this is why I told you I need you. You are an amazing thing about you is you are like one of my biggest cheerleaders. So now you're going to be one of my biggest cheerleaders in helping me grow the money. I'm
Grow the
here.
money.
I'm
Yeah.
totally here for it.
Yes, definitely. Let's grow this money. Okay. So I think I'm going to wrap it up because we just have a ton of things that are kind of open ended here that we talked about, but I feel like we're kind of at a standstill. But I really want to encourage you to, like I said, we have to work off of what we have.
Yes.
You said that hubby takes care of most of the major bills, but there's things that we need to do for you, you know?
Yes. You're correct.
Yes, yes.
You are. I wouldn't. I'm not denying anything you've said. I totally believe you, and I'm going to. My step one evaluate.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for coming on and talking to me. And we will be coming back with a part 2 on this. So be on the lookout and check out Melissa's channel. It'll be linked. And if you'd like to come on and have a chat like this with me, let me know in the comments, and leave me a comment and let me know if this discussion here has kind of brung anything that you're going to do some homework on, and try to figure out for yourself on strides that you can make to improve your financial outlook. So thanks again for watching. Melissa, any final words for today?
Um, know what you have and do smart things with it, because that's what it sounds like you're telling me.
All right then. Thanks. Bye.